All available experts, please report to room A9.
Hello guys, KTaNE here and welcome to the tea set. This is what it looks like. It's based clearly on Professor Layton. And we're going to be making 3 bad teas to begin with, then solve it with 3 good ones. So, the first thing we're going to do is note down the order these are on the bottom. Think of them correctly, you only need to know what the first one is, but let's just note them down anyway. 8, 1, 4, 6, 2, 7, 3, 5. I just remember, yeah, we do need it all near the end. That's what it is, yeah. So, we've noted down the ingredients. This is our string I. We're now going to take the first 3 digits of the serial number, which we have 5, 7, and 5. In the case if you only have 2, you just take those 2. And the last ingredient is the first ingredient on the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, we've got 5, 7, and 5. We're going to take all 3 of them modulo 8 plus 1, so it's going to become 6, 8, and 6. Don't forget to do that. And we're going to convert them into ingredients. So that is 2 tonic flowers and a cinder horse. Before we make it, we have to check if this doesn't already exist as a good tea. So let's check. We're looking for 2 tonic flowers and...
Emergency cleared. All personnel, please return to your stations.
So we've got these ones. We have this one, this one, this one, and this one. But none of which have 2 tonic flowers. You can see here. So we're fine to make this one. It is really combined to make a recipe or all the same. So if you had 555, for example, then you would have to change it as well. You would change the ingredient to the one on the right of this table. So if you had 3 of these, you would change the last one to one of these instead. If you had, just in case it's too much, that cursor thing. If you had 3 of these, you would move it to the last one to this one. Until they make a recipe that will, they make a recipe and or distinct, then brew a cup of tea with these ingredients. So we're going to be adding 2 tonic flowers and a cinder horse. You'll see if you've accidentally made a room one, if this top screen says a name. But since we're fine, we can press this. Don't worry, this is meant to happen. We get a message from either Layton or Luke, which we'll find in this table. So we have Luke saying, Professor, the tea is foaming. He is here. So we have the number 3. This number will make sense. We're going to be calling this N0. Find the first list in the next page and get a number called N0. There we go. And now we're going to be finding N1 and N2. Where we'll be making 2 more teas. So first we're going to split this group into 4. This group of 4. And we're going to get a set of numbers. The first set of numbers, we're going to be taking the first 4, then the first 3, then the first 2 to get numbers. So 8 plus 1 plus 4 plus 6 is 19. 8 plus 1 plus 4 is 13. And 8 plus 1 is 9. These are our first 3 numbers. We can now add the current n to all of them. So 19 plus 3 is 22. 13 plus 3 is 16. And 9 plus 3 is 12. So these are the three numbers. We say these modulate plus 1, like before. So 22 mod A plus 1. We get 7. We also need 16 mod 8 plus 1, which is 1. And 12 mod 8 plus 1, which is 5. Once again, we're going to check if such recipe already exists or they're all the same. So in this case, I did start noting them down here. I don't think 157 already exists. So we Oasis Leaf, Joyroot Clover, and Pepper Cherry. The only ones that have Oasis Leaves are these ones, but none of which have the correct combination of the others. We have Pepper Cherries here, but there's 2 of them rather than an extra ingredient that we needed. So we can be confident that this is a new one. So let's go through these. So back to this screen. And we're going to now do this recipe. Oasis Leaf, Joyroot Clover, Pepper Cherry. Again, we can see we haven't made something that already exists, so we can press the lid again. This time we have Leighton saying, "This is just terrible," which we get 2. And now we're going to do what we did last time, but with the last 4, 3, and 2. Be careful with this, because this could be this first. 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5, which is 17. Then we take the last 3, so we're actually removing the first one here. We get 15 and 8. Adding N1 to all of these, we get 19, 17, and 10. I think, let me check. Yeah. Once again, we're going to mod 8 plus 1. We get 4, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to check if this already exists. So we're looking for 2, 3, 4, basically. So this one might exist. No, it doesn't actually already exist. Because if we're looking for the Dream Fluff ones, there actually aren't really many of them. The only ones are these ones. But of course, none of them have both the Briskberry and the Citrona Berry on them. So again, we can be pretty confident that we've made something that doesn't exist at this point. Let's get back to this screen again. And we're going to make this one now. So Briskberry, Citrona Seed, and Dream Fluff. We haven't made something that already exists, so. And then N2 is going to be Leighton saying this is just terrible again, so we get 2 again. So now we're going to go down with N1 and N0, N1 and N2. We're going to now alter them with these rules on the next page. If there's a lit TRN on the bottom, skip the rest of the conditions. We do have a lit TRN, so we're going to go through the conditions. If the bomb has exactly 2 battery holders, it does have exactly 2 battery holders, and N equals 0. So for N0, we're going to add 2 to it, 5. If the bomb has exactly 2 indicators, it doesn't. if the bomb has exactly 2 fault plates. It doesn't have that either. If the n+1 digit of I remember is this string up here. If the n+1 digit of I is 8, that is true for the first one. We're going to add 3 plus n, which we're going to be adding 3, so we'll get 8. Otherwise, if the n+1 digit of I is greater than 4, add 3. I'm assuming this doesn't include 8. So, looking at just these two, neither of these are greater than 4, so we're going to leave them as is. If a serial number contains a vowel, it does. We're going to add 1 plus n to all 3 of them. So adding 1 to this, we get 9. Adding 2 to this, we get 4. And then adding 3 to this, we get 5. Yeah. Let me just check that. Adding 1, we get 9. Adding 2, we get 4. And adding 3, we get 5. Okay. Take each value of n modulo 12 plus 1. So we've actually got 10, 5, and 6. We convert all of them into a recipe, and these are the ones that we are going to try and make. If the second is the same as the third, we're going to change it to one with the index higher. So if we had 5 and 5, the bomb will become 6. If the first recipe is the same as any other, do the same but with the first recipe than the second. So if these are both 5, this one becomes 6 even. Now hopefully, if we've done this right, I'm really hoping we've done this right, we're going to make these 3 recipes to solve the module. So, first we go for 10, which is KTaNE Twilight, which is this, this, this. That's one correct one. And you get a nice message for this one. Next we're going to be making Cherry Boost, which is 1 oasis leaf and 2 pepper cherries. Cherry Boost. And then finally, we're going to be making some bitter fruit, which is berry, citronella seed, and tonic flour, bitter fruit. Okay, so and it closes up. So this is quite a long-winded one, but quite understandable. Just remember the modulo plus 1s here. These can definitely trip me up. They've tripped me up a few times when I tried this module. So I would say that's the only thing you should focus on, and also making sure you don't make something that already exists. You might tank a strike for no reason. Anyway, that's the T-set. Pretty interesting module. Hopefully this tutorial is made it a bit more obvious how this works. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'll see you later.